Hello, hello, hello. Top of the morning, evening, afternoon, and good night to one and all. It is Monday, June 3rd. 26 more days. Woot. How's everybody feeling today?
Yeah. Good.
Everybody good?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. I got like pond water on my hands. Other than that, I'm good.
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you,
How are
Monkey.
you, Brie? How are you, Jay? How's everyone?
I'm good. I can't complain.
I mean, I'm all right.
Is it the weather?
Okay. Yeah, probably.
Thank you.
Have you seen the weather over there?
Nah, it's not nice.
Nah.
It's got to
No.
upset you,
Rough.
though. It does. It has to upset you when you see the weather and you're like, oh, 80 degrees at 7 o'clock in the morning. How lovely.
Thank you.
I'm fine with it. I'm over it.
Bree's just thanking everybody in chat.
Thank you. Yeah.
Eventually, they will stop.
Yeah, there's like 6, so
Yeah.
it's not like it would get old.
Well, you
Okay.
never know. Spade can drop something.
What do we have for topics today? Where do we start?
No.
What, Bree?
I found something. I don't have a video for it because that's gross. But okay, so when when you go poopies and you wipe your butt and there's nothing? There's
Yes.
actually a word for that now, and it's called ghost poops. And it is a phenomenon called a ghost poop. And doctors have chimed in on what this is.
Wait, this is when you wipe your ass and what?
And there's nothing on the toilet paper.
That's been happening a lot to me lately.
I know, right? So when I saw it, I was like, Jay's
Nice.
gonna love this. Like, this is his life.
And what is it?
It just means that you have extremely healthy bowel movements.
Really?
Yes, it is so firm and so perfect that it leaves nothing behind. You are the epitome of a healthy diet.
No.
That makes
Yep.
sense.
For that time, your colon had all the necessary vitamins, minerals, fats, acids, everything to create the most perfect poopies, and they're called ghost poops.
Okay, that's fascinating because when I maybe had this happen 2-3 times in my life prior to this new diet that I'm on, and I can tell you it's nice. I mean, you do, and I don't know about anybody else. Is that where we're going? We're talking about shit today. I like it.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
that's why I didn't want to start with
No,
it.
no,
Like,
it's
Jay
it's
would like
fine.
those.
I don't know what's wrong with Matthew. He's like so hyper focused on something, like he's staring at shit and typing numbers, and I don't know what he's doing.
No. I have 5 numbers.
Oh, okay. Did you say thank you to Jenna, Bree?
Thank you, Jenna.
Okay. All right. So the I don't, and you know what it is too. Like on my poops, I be just doing one long jam.
Nah. Nice.
That's super healthy, according to the doctors.
I mean, just one jam, just one jam. And when I flush that toilet, it escapes like a snake. Like it's just no. Oh, thank you, Matthew. No, like it's head out of the water like a moccasin, and then as soon as I flush it, because I got this, it just it's like whoa, where'd it go? No trail of nothing. Just
No streaks. No,
nothing, bro. Just done.
Well, have you
Nothing
ever
but
had
net.
those where it comes out of your ass? You heard the splash of the water, and then
Yeah.
you look and there's nothing. Where it
Yeah.
automatically go. That's not probably.
See,
with
we
your
don't have toilet bowls like that. That
Not
wouldn't work.
possible. No.
Yeah.
There's someone in your house, Matthew.
Yes, on too.
Oh, gosh, it's a ghost.
Bree, what is it with you and ghosts? Ghost poops? Now it's ghost people?
Oh, my gosh, you're right. It's full circle.
What's with the ghosts?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why is everything ghostly?
So the ghost poopies was recommended me by Apple News. Apparently,
By
it's a
Apple
trending
News.
hashtag on TikTok, And Apple News interviewed doctors to figure out what is this ghost poop. And it's like, this is the level of society now.
Would you rather than talk about politics and presidents?
No,
Ooh.
but I mean, they're finding their content by seeing what other people are trending
are doing on
with.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Wait, so are you saying that a bunch of TikTokers are out here wiping their ass and then showing it on camera?
Yeah.
Ooh,
No.
really?
Yeah.
Can you?
Hashtag ghost poop.
No.
I'm so serious.
Wait, but
Wait, can you?
sure, if you're not showing anything, you're just wiping your butt and there's nothing there.
Because you got the
No,
ghost
I'm just
poopy.
saying you can like puke on camera, right? And stuff like that. So why would
You
it
can't
be
show
okay?
bodily fluids. Or
Well,
like
you're not
vacating your body.
100% sure that it's gonna
Well,
be
that's the
clean, so
thing
if
is
it's
you're not
live
doing it. It's
streaming-
not a live stream. It's a pre-recorded.
yeah.
You know what I
So there's
mean?
bound to be a lot of them that are faking it, like take a shower.
Like they didn't
after-
shit.
after
Yeah,
poop
yeah,
and-
yeah,
and-
yeah.
and then, oh yeah, oh, nothing.
I don't
Yeah, I
like
want
that.
Trenders.
Yeah, I want to. I want to
Faker.
see the toilet bowl. What's in the toilet bowl prior to you wiping your butt, so we know that there's something's afoot. You know what I mean?
No cuts. I mean, it has to be one fluid
Yeah,
video.
one steady
because otherwise-
video. Go from the toilet bowl to your asshole. Spread your cheeks. Wipe it. Put the toilet paper on the screen. Rub your camera with it. Throw it in the toilet bowl. You
Good.
win
That
the
could
ghost
be an
poop.
interesting cash bait.
I like it. Do you guys
So-
poop like that?
I've had it,
Not recently though.
but it was
Those
clean.
poop, yeah. Those are the nicest poop
No.
you can have.
Yeah.
You sit down, you have the poop, stand up, take one, 3 sheets of go. Oh, that's clean. Nice.
Do you
Just
smell it?
flush and you're gone.
Do you smell it?
Yeah.
You smell it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can smell it. Yeah.
What's that about?
Oh no.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Matthew licks
No.
See, that's not accurate then, because you might have like some booty juice coming out. You don't know. It might be clear.
So it needs a smell test as well to be a
Oh,
real
absolutely.
goat.
And if you really want to
Yeah.
get technical, it needs a finger test
Yeah.
where you touch it and rub it between your fingers. Does it feel like
Kinda.
anything? Now that it's clean.
Yeah, you can kind of see that. So for the to be real ghost poop, there has to be no smell, no visual. Yeah.
Yes. 100% ghostly.
100% ghost.
Dude, you got me looking at the color of my poop. Next time I'm gonna be sniffing the toilet.
See what you
paper.
started, Brie? See what you started? This is what you started.
I was
Ghost
thinking
poop.
of you.
Well, that's nice. That's nice that when you think about me throughout the day, you don't think about how much you love me or what I do for you. Think about how my shit is and what it looks like when I wipe my butt.
Oops.
That's great. So did you guys hear Eminem's new song? Anybody listen
Oh, yeah.
to Houdini? You heard
Nope.
it.
Oh, yeah.
It's very anti-woke, saying how fucked up society it is. How, you haven't heard it. Okay. Wow.
So
I
he's
like
going
it.
the style of another rapper.
Well, there's something that I think me and Bree want to talk about with this. Bree, go ahead and tell everybody what happened with Am back in 2017, or should I just play the video?
Ooh, I remember that.
I do not forget when a celebrity betrays me. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is dead to me. Eminem has never been the same since he did this terrible thing. And I think that playing it would be more beneficial than me talking about it.
Got it.
Oh gosh. I think he realized that he messed up. It's okay, I'll be invisible.
That's
Wow.
just painfully bad to watch
Wow.
and listen to.
Yep.
Wow. So if my fans follow Trump, fuck you.
Yep.
Wow.
Let's delete his music.
And what he said made no sense half the time, just putting that out there.
Are we even calling this music? No.
No,
It
it's a
sounds like
freestyle.
slam poetry. Like where angry teenagers go to these vacant coffee clubs and talk about their feelings in like a rhyme format.
So what this is called the cipher. Remember the one Eminem cipher where he's actually pretty good. He puts the Red Bull down and he talks about swinging. And Jordan, what are you looking up?
Album sales after that.
So it's a cipher. Basically, every person that you see in the background are not there to for protection. They all have a line that they spit or a verse. So they just go one after another. I have a lot to say here. I mean, I've always liked them. I still like him now. I take it for you're just angry, and that's fine. But Colin Kaepernick kneeling for the anthem, that's not respectful. It's not. And you're saying just to ignore that. Him saying even fuck you to me, I got thick skin. But at the same time, you're going to say fuck you to all your fans, and you have to either pick Trump or Eminem. That's what you have to pick?
Right?
That's your pick?
Nope. It's weird, it's bad, it's painful to listen to, and
bad business decision as well.
Yeah, as well. Wokeness.
Yep. Plus, it's known that Trump cares about the military. He did something to expand military benefits that no other president did. So obviously he cares. And he brought up Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton in Benghazi? Are you serious? You didn't even bring that up? She literally hurt people.
She killed a lot of people.
I think that's fascinating.
So now he's doing the opposite. He's trying to do Tom McDonald.
Now he is. Now he did a song where he's talking about Girl Scouts and being woke, and it's a long song, but I'll get hit with a copyright if I play it.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's still playing it safe, right, Jay? Overall, it's still playing it very safe.
Well, what he says in it, yeah, he doesn't go, because he says the word gay and he's happy, he's trying to correct himself, trying to be more politically correct. I just think that you don't need to be politically correct after you release that monstrosity.
Right?
Right. What do you need to be politically correct for? You're attacking a president that is, just 2017, I think that was 6 years ago.
And it's cute because he's bashing people who are on the woke side when my man was the woke side putting out content against Trump. You can't play both sides.
I was gonna try to.
Mm-hmm.
So probably the sales went down. that backfired or had backlash, and now he's
Yeah, let's be real. I mean, none of his music that's come out since 2017 has been great anyway. But you don't hear that. Whenever people play Eminem music, in my workout videos or in a movie or something, it's old M.
Yeah,
it's not new M.
Yeah. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, he made that song Venom or whatever that got so many views. I have never heard it outside of his music video.
So it's never been used for anything else.
No.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure it hurt his sales. It's M, and I'm sure he'll recover. He's kind of the prodigy for white people, though, right? Can you name another white successful rapper? That's kind of all that we have.
And can you tell me anyone who's white trash who isn't voting for Trump? That's kind of like our mascot.
That's pretty accurate. That's pretty
so
accurate.
he told his whole fan base, don't vote for the guy who you stand with. And I hate that so much. He's pandering to black people, which is interesting.
Especially because most of those people don't really want you.
No.
Ugh.
Well, he got a posse of blacks in the back of him, so what are you going to do?
Yeah, you can't count those. You hired a bunch of actors to stand in the background. Those are not your friends. Those are not your friends.
not gonna be a
It's like
happy
on that
ending.
Lonely Island music video where at the end he has to pay them all. You remember? Like, when do we get our money?
So I do want to talk about that real quick. I know we're going to talk about music real quick. So Tom McDonald, I'm sure everybody here has listened to Tom McDonald, right?
Mhm.
So I'm actually
Yeah.
going to have to side with Spade here. Originally, Tom McDonald I liked, right? Because he didn't play a side, a political side, left and right. And then his music started turning more centrist, like how I think, saying left and right, the positive and negatives. But he was saying more left than right. And then now it's just all right. So I think he's just doing it for fame. I don't think I'm not saying he doesn't feel that way in real life, but I think it's for clout if you look at his old videos versus new videos.
I haven't seen
Yeah, really.
anything.
He's doing a lot of shorts on TikTok as well.
Yeah, I kind of stopped watching him after he started putting those random people in his music videos because they couldn't sing or like they didn't have the same vibe. So it felt like a copy paste. And I was
Yeah.
like, ooh, I don't like this.
For me personally, it was more along the lines, okay, so you have your couple of protest songs and you're getting people riled up. It's provocative, cool. But other than that, you complaining about the left side, if tomorrow everything is okay and everything is centrist, so the left has a little bit to complain about and the right has a little bit to complain about, but there's a balance, what are you going to use in your songs? You literally have nothing else to say.
Yep.
than
As
to
much as
complain.
I agree. You have to pick a side, right or left, and then that's what you focus on and you stay in that lane. I'm gonna have to agree with that. Either go left, go right, and then that's it. So today I actually got recommended a video on YouTube. I always ask you guys about this. Have you ever seen like an anti-Trump video on YouTube?
Yeah.
I found one.
Yeah.
Oh, you have? And you've never sent
Yeah.
it to me? Really? Really? How come you guys don't send it to me?
I've
I
never-
think
So
sent
I
one.
swipe. I don't want to watch
Is
that.
it YouTube or was it? Oh, it was on a YouTube short or TikTok as well.
Mine was a whole newscast. Like mine was a whole thing I watched. This one was 9 minutes.
Whoa. That's
Uh,
commitment.
This was from a chick, and she made an anti-Trump, but by doing it in a bad way, it was actually positive for Trump. I mean, people used it as the joke was, this video is gonna make Trump win or something.
I wanna play this for you. It's a little long, so I might skip around a little bit, but I just want you guys. I want to see how irritated you guys get by watching this.
Well, I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to start. But you just we just played a select few of those clips, and I actually think you do have to play them from time to time just to remind people this isn't normal. He comes out and he's talking about 29,000 Chinese soldiers and cell phones and soft, doughy judge. I don't know what you make of this, but he's not a normal person.
Right. Well, so the question is there selective amnesia when it comes to Trump? Are we true?
Okay.
Ad hominem.
Ad hominem. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Not even ad hominem, right? You can't talk about Trump having amnesia when you got fucking Biden in there. I want every time she says the word Trump, just replace that word with Biden. Just listen.
Truly the United States of amnesia, as Gore Vidal used to say. And to some extent, if you believe these polls, there is a certain amount of amnesia. And so I was actually glad that they covered some of that press conference the next day, the day after the guilty verdict. But it was interesting, and so many of the lies were so blatant. I mean, the idea that there's an army of Chinese soldiers coming from Mexico. I mean, I don't even know how that would work.
Right.
So I do think it is important to unpack the lies, but, you have to real-time fact check him because otherwise this information just goes on and his supporters repeat it. What I think is interesting is they have been desperately trying to spin this verdict in all different ways. They say it helps him. And then you have the speaker, the United States Speaker of the House, right? Number to the presidency saying that the Supreme Court should come in and overrule this verdict. There's no mechanism for that, but it shows that they are really panicked. And
so, Jen, this is the problem, that if one is a low information voter, you can understand how we've seen so many examples of repetition. People will say things that they hear them say. But we're not talking about low information people. As Molly said, we're talking about the Speaker of the House. We're talking about that red tie brigade of politicians. We're talking about everybody who wants to be his vice president. Very senior people, some very powerful, some very influential, who are parroting exactly the same lines about how this is a banana republic and this is a witch hunt.
You want to say something, Bree?
Her glasses are so crooked.
And this was a political prosecution.
Well, let me first say that I think it's malpractice for the journalistic troops not to begin asking questions about Trump's sanity, his mental and emotional.
Really? But them
status.
repeating.
He sounds nuts. Now,
I'm sorry, go ahead, Matt.
But them repeating and like from a script. Oh, yeah. The other one, he's sharp as a tack. He's all there. Biden.
But Trump's insane.
Yeah, and Trump's insane, and they're giving him shit for people taking words that he said and wait, what? I don't get it.
Yeah,
maybe
and that
he's
other
just
guy
an
just called us all stupid.
Wait, just wait. It gets worse.
angry person. But listen, he didn't sound this nuts. He didn't sound this disjointed 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or even a year ago. He is mentally and emotionally unwinding. And the fact that the press doesn't cover him for any period of time where the average person can watch for a minute or two and see this, or they don't raise those issues, is, I think, inexcusable. Now, as for these other people, like Congressman Johnson, this is reprehensible. They are, in essence, attacking a judge and a jury with no basis whatsoever.
So it's okay to attack a president, but it's not okay to attack a judge and jury? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
What about the judge and jury with Kyle Rittenhouse?
Yeah,
They
what
wanted
about
to
that
kill
one?
them.
He's mentally unraveling, really.
Okay. Yeah, wait. I feel like I want to skip, but I don't know when she says it, but I'll let this play.
They are seeking to undermine, delegitimize the entire justice system because that's what fascists do. They undermine the rule of law. They undermine any source of power, any source of independent information that could block their leader from taking power. And so when he does this, when the Marco Rubios, when the all the troops that go on Fox News say it's rigged, it's corrupt, it's a kangaroo court, they're really assaulting and insulting average Americans, those 12 people who sat on that jury, who, as you point out, are now being threatened, who are now probably living in fear of their lives for some period of time. And for a judge who, by all accounts, was extremely measured, he could have, for example, thrown Trump in jail for contempt. He withheld that. There were many motions that he didn't go with the prosecution. He went with the defense. So this attack is not simply evidence, I think, of the cult, but it's of something even more deeper and more pernicious, and that's the attack on the entire concept of the rule of law. We've had this triumph. A former president had to sit in court, had to put himself at the mercy of the jury, and was found guilty. That's what the law, the rule of law is all about. And it's magnificent because, in fact, he got treated probably better, but at least no worse than anyone else. And that, I think, is the lesson that we should take from it. And we should be very wary and very suspicious of people who want to tear that down.
We've just heard from Stormy Daniels, who thinks that the consequence of this conviction should be that Donald Trump should be sentenced to jail and should be caused to perform.
Been doing the absolutely.
Says something more shocking. And it's like that presser that we were showing you that he did on Friday morning. I mean, he just brings up outrageous things that we don't know how to make sense. So on one hand, I don't want to be one of those people who says phones who are taking over our country.
every newspaper and every outlet in the mainstream media to employ two people. One, an expert on fascism, and second, a psychiatrist or psychologist, because those people have experience in dealing with these people. And that's how we should look upon him. First of all, as someone who's mentally and emotionally unbalanced. And secondly, someone who aspires to be a strong man, like Putin, like Mussolini, like Castro. All of these people have the same trademark signs. They have these enormously long, rambling speeches. They threaten, they bluster, they identify an outsider that is a threat to them. And this is both a personal sign of his degeneration and also a sign that he realizes this is it. If he doesn't win and tie down and tore down this entire system of justice, he personally is washed up. And of course, his party is in deep trouble. So this air of desperation, I think you're exactly right, it gets worse and worse and worse as the water is circling the drain, is a telltale sign. And listen, we now do have some polling. I'm not a big fan of polling as a predictive measure, but at least it's reflecting what people think currently. And almost half of independents think he should drop out. That's pretty significant. This is not evidence that it's improving him. When people like Mitt Romney, God bless him, where he came from this, I don't know, who says he's stronger now than he was.
Didn't she just get done talking about fucking, I got so much shit I want to say.
Before. Good God. That's ridiculous. Just common sense would tell you that. And listen, what was the one word that probably people who are those disengaged voters heard a lot of on Thursday and Friday? Guilty, convicted, felon.
Now.
And that's what's important. He's not stronger than God. He's a loser. He's a convict. He may go to jail.
And you're a whore.
Right? First
Isn't
off,
she only famous for being diddled by Trump?
Okay. First off, don't talk to me about fucking rambling. Okay, bitch, you just fucking rambled for like 5 minutes. Okay, you don't know when to shut the fuck up. You a convict. Oh God, bro. First off, what's wrong with a strong mentality? Castro, Hitler, Stalin, Mussolini. What's wrong with those?
Nothing. They lost.
They lost what?
They're lost. They lost their grip. That's the only way we look at them as bad people. If they would still be in charge, they always put always put their own people first.
Hold on,
and it's because they're
what? Vladimir Putin is still in charge.
No, Putin, yeah, but the other example.
Well, Mussolini, they drugged down the street, and him and his wife destroyed him. Okay, but Castro's still in charge, are they not?
No.
Still is?
Yeah, in Cuba. What the fuck are we talking about? They're still in charge. So what's I don't understand what's wrong with having a strong mentality. You want someone weak and a fucking puppet like Biden in there? That's what you want.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about?
That's because you can push your own agenda if there is a weak person on there. And
so having a strong mindset is a negative mindset. Based off of what this bitch just said.
Mm-hmm. Because the strong mindset
that makes me so mad.
Be loving towards the people that are lagging behind in his country. He expects everyone to do the same. Now, if you get a more left-leaning one, he's gonna try to take care of everyone, and he loves everyone. Now, a right wing is gonna be more, you take care of yourself, we'll do the least amount of government interference, and we'll just try to put our people first, which isn't a bad thing to begin with. Every politician should have that mindset.
And why she say you're a convict, you're a felon? What's that got to do with? What does that have to do with him being a president?
They're trying to replace like how people talk about him. Instead of him being an awesome guy, he's now a felon, which is hilarious because I've already gotten ads for I'm voting for the felon.
But why would you not? But why would you? Okay, I thought we're not supposed to judge people based off of their past. Right? Isn't that kind of the right thing to do? Is you hire a felon because he's changed, he's reformed. and you're supposed to be progressive, right? I just want to make sure I understand. Liberals, leftists, which is what you just heard, are supposed to be progressive. People get better. We care about your feelings. So if using your mindset that you shouldn't hold someone accountable for the mistakes that they made and let's move on for who they are now, you seem to be using that a lot against him, calling him a convict and a loser because he's a convict or a felon that makes him a bad person.
And who calls someone a loser anymore?
Yeah, like, well, who the fuck are you to judge anybody? Like, who the fuck
I
are
haven't
you?
cleaned your teeth in 10 years. I can't even see your teeth.
Like, who the fuck are you to call somebody a loser?
But it's
Isn't
probably
she
a
only
little bit ad
famous for having
hominem.
sex?
I don't know who she is, honestly. I've no
Stormy
idea.
Daniels, she sued Donald Trump.
Yeah, that's not Stormy Daniels. That's not
No,
Stormy.
no.
No.
That's not?
No.
No.
Then why did the bottom text said Stormy Daniels?
Because that's what. No. If Donald Trump fucked that, Donald Trump is. I'm gonna have to.
Then he would be a loser.
Yes,
Wait,
then he
is
would
the
be a
one
loser.
with glasses, Stormy Daniels?
No. Stormy Daniels is pretty smoking hot. No, that's
Then
not.
why
Stormy.
is she on the bottom? I thought that was her.
No, that's the title. They're talking about the Stormy Daniels lawsuit that Trump lost. That's what they're talking. That's not Stormy Daniels. No.
Thank God.
No.
Did you know that after the guilty conviction, Trump got like $56 million overnight?
Yeah, $53.8 million from all supporters.
Donations.
Overnight! What?
So this might be a little ad hominem, but when I look at that lady and I hear,
No, we could do ad hominem because they did it first.
Oh.
So we could
Well,
do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of see, tell me or show me a lonely, extreme left, cat lady spinstress that's unhappy without telling me or
Yeah,
showing me.
Well, what's a
that's
spinstress? What's a spinstress?
spinstress? Yeah,
No
that's
kids, no
what-
family.
Okay,
No,
so
no,
it's
no,
a
a lot of
lonely,
knitting.
a lonely cunt is what a lonely
Yeah.
gash.
A
That's what
lot
she
of
is.
knitting and stuff like that.
Okay, so she's a lonely gash. Got it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that seems something
And-
that all the liberals have in common is that they're all absolutely miserable, but they keep spewing the same nonsense that's making
I'm
them
all
more
for-
miserable.
I'm all for play both sides, right? I'm all for why should we not do Trump? I'm all for that. But what you just did, that's disgusting. That's
And like you
disgusting.
said, you can take almost everything that she said, and it's also true for Biden. Or even, it is true for Biden.
More
Yeah,
so.
and why didn't she have random stuff to plug? Like when she was mentioning this or mentioning that. Like, oh, we saw footage of this, on the TV. Go away. What? Like, but she didn't have any evidence to back that up. But when they do stuff on Biden, like they got B-roll ready, to launch.
Yeah. Rambling speech. Yeah.
And then
If
calling
the,
him a loser.
I don't understand why that's bad. Like, why? Okay, the rambling I agree with. I didn't like you doing it, but why is it bad for people that look at everybody on the outside as outsiders? That's what they are because they're not on the inside. And then I don't understand why a power trip like that is bad. Well, the Hitler thing, okay, Jews, got it. But it was great for his people. Stalin,
Oh.
great for his people, bad for his generals. So Castro, bad for everybody. But either way, your countries were all successful. So why is that? And why does Trump side say fascism, and then why does Biden's side say fascism? Can anybody describe to me and Bree, because I'm sure neither of us know, what the fuck is fascism?
The definition of it?
Your
Extreme
definition.
nationalism.
I know what the definition is online. What is fascism? Explain it to me, please. Yeah, you
really,
can.
really-
Close to getting total control and dictatorship. I think it's close to that. Right wings. Even though fascism, the term, it doesn't make sense because if you go back to the political party, it wasn't right winged at all.
It's just like people think the Nazis were fascist. No, they weren't. Where did you get that from?
You're nationalist.
I don't know where you got that from.
They
Nationalist.
were extreme nationalistic, but
Yeah. And they even had their
And they-
own faction, and it wasn't fascism, Nazism. It's their own thing. I don't know where people come up with Nazis and fascists. And I don't get
And
why
it was-
people are calling Trump fascist, and then Trump supporters are calling Biden people fascist. I don't get it. Do you not know the definition?
And it started out from the left more, more left leaning. It was the Workers' Party,
it's a nice
nationalist
thing.
Workers' Party. But
It's a nice word to throw around at your enemies because it kind of has a bad connotation and it sounds like, oh, that's really, really bad. That's no. So
Yeah, you know, like we can name things that Trump did positive for this country, but we can't name anything positive that Biden's done for this country.
no, not really.
they had some funny skits.
I got nothing, bro. I've looked up
Like-
the laws that he signed over, executive
Yeah.
orders. I got nothing.
So America's been around for a long time. And in America, we have to pay for our hospital stays with insurance or with cash. You guys get it for free. But in America, you have no idea how much a hospital stay is going to cost, how much labor will cost, how much a broken leg. But Trump got it. So hospitals actually have to tell you how much it costs before you go there. And that, like, it's 2022 when he put that in. And we never knew before. You go to a hospital and all of a sudden it's like you have a $400,000 bill because you had a baby. And he made it so they have to publish how much things are. And nobody cares about that, but that's astonishing.
Well, under Trump's administration, the pay gap was less, the unemployment was less,
Gas prices.
gas prices, economy went up. So
You don't understand. He's very mean online.
oh yeah.
And
okay.
then Biden comes in and shuts down all the oil rigs. He took David's job away.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
Maybe
that was
because
on
Because of
accident.
Biden.
making you
think that was on
dependent
accident.
on outside oil and gas.
I don't
While
know.
there's enough oil in
He has done some good things as president. I had to look it up. He has. I'll say that he signed
Like
into
what?
law.
Make National Ice Cream Day?
No, I mean I could go over all of these. There's a lot, but I'll focus on some of the good ones that are really good. First, over-the-counter birth control pill to hit U.S. stores in 2024. He signed that into law that you get birth
Oh,
control.
that's good.
So that's because of him. Trump denied that.
But that shouldn't be over the counter.
No,
Birth
why not?
control, because birth control is something that you are supposed to go to the doctor for. They look at your reproductive organs, make sure that you're okay. Thank you, Vaughn. And then they make sure that you're not pregnant before you start to take these medications. Like, it's important to visit a gynecologist before getting them.
Okay, okay, fine. But what if you don't have the money to? What if you don't have the money to go see a doctor to get the prescription?
Then you could go to one of those women clinics.
free clinic.
Yeah, they do it on the cheap. You get free condoms and a lollipop, I think.
So you don't think it's a good idea that you get birth control over the counter?
No, because you
Okay.
know what's going to
I have
happen?
to disagree.
Like 12-year-olds are going to go buy it for themselves and mess up their own hormones.
Okay. Renewable power is the number 2 source of electricity in the U.S. and climbing.
Did they
don't
fund
think-
special helmets as well? No.
Well, what's wrong with that one? Electricity being number 2.
Well, renewable energy, they have, you know how big those solar fields are?
Mhm.
And they have to demolish all of these natural trees to put in these solar panels that can only power like a few microwaves. Like, the cost benefit ratio is so slighted, it's stupid.
And the waste afterwards because
Okay, so
there's
nobody
no-
agrees with either of these? Jordan, you don't agree with either of these so far? You're going to side with those two?
No. Overall, those aren't bad.
Okay, all right. So are you go for it, or you don't think that those are good for the president?
Those are actually good laws. I got nothing bad to say about either of them.
Okay, all right. Let me
I
go over
would
another
like
one.
to
There's
put
another
them
one.
down, but
There's one that I like in here. A sweeping crackdown of junk fees and overdraft charges from banks.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
Yeah.
one.
In America, so I had a Bank of America card. And a charge tried to go through. Like, this is before you did like online payments, so it was at an actual store that I used it in, and it overdrafted my account. They charged me $35 for overdrafting. They charged me $35 for having a balance less than zero. They charged me $35 the next day because it still had zero, because it was before everything was like electronic and would tell you. So I didn't know. I had like $400 worth of fees before I found out. Yeah, it was
Forcing
nuts.
Chinese companies to open their books and show us how much money they're making from other countries.
That's also not bad.
What does that mean, sir? Does that mean trying to get like the same deals that
Transparency.
Russia gets, or
Yep.
does it mean okay?
Okay. Some of these are pretty bad.
So it balances out.
Yeah, some of these are pretty bad. Like, I'm not even gonna say them because they just irritate me.
Ooh, what are they?
The gun laws, trying to restrict gun laws, don't agree with that. Gun violence and prevention. The number one is expand overtime guarantees for millions. Late in the second term, they rerouted to a time and a half overtime pay. Oh, you guys would like that. So overtime, you get time and a half. The federal law, but states could do their own thing. Preventing discriminatory mortgage lending, don't like that one. A sweeping crackdown on junk fees, we just did that to open their books. Preventing another January 6th, I'm not going to comment on that.
That's so stupid.
I'm not going to comment on that. I'm not going to get flagged. Building armies of drones to counter China, that's whatever. The nation's farms get big bucks to go climate smart. So for agriculture, farmers in America, they got a bunch of loans. Biden scraps Trump's paint scheme for Air Force One. He wanted to change the paint scheme of it.
Oh my gosh, that was news. That's sad,
Yeah.
man.
The Biden administration helps broker to deal with to save the Colorado River. That's pretty cool. Giving smaller food producers a boost. Biden recommends loosening federal restrictions on marijuana.
What do you think? Sorry for interrupting. What do you think about him waiving the student loans?
That's where a penalty for college programs that trap students in debt. I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that either.
No, I don't agree with that. I think if you go to college, you should be forced to pay the fucking bill, regardless.
Yes, because you
now
are
everybody else
benefiting.
Yeah, now everybody else that had to pay back their loans, you just give them money. Then you just write them a check. You gonna
No.
grandfather those people?
Right.
in? You better
And
get
it's
out your
something
fucking
that you as
checkbook,
a
bro.
human are directly benefiting from for the rest of your life. Like going
Yep.
to like Harvard University for medical studies. That should not be free because you're about to be making boatloads every single year.
That's a bad one.
Biden moves to bring microchip production home. That's good. Boy, we're making chips in America. That's a good one.
But isn't that a continuation of what Trump was doing? To be honest,
A lot of these are always continuations, but he signs it in. That's all that matters, that you're getting it done, right? Because there's shit that Trump did. The whole Build Back Biden thing was Trump's idea. So everybody said that Trump was great. He's the one that signed into the law. You got to realize that Trump also banned vaping. So I mean, I could say you negative things on both sides. Cracking down on cyber attacks, countering China with new alliance between Japan and South Korea. It's whatever. Reinvigorating cancer research to lower data rates, making medication more accessible through telemedicine.
shouldn't have cracked down on vaping, maybe, instead of now putting more
That
money
was
in
Trump, though. That was Trump. That wasn't Biden.
Well, yeah,
Biden-
Trump's kid was caught with a vape.
Yeah, that was fucking Trump,
Vaping
bro.
went away.
Biden empowers federal agencies to monitor AI. Well, I don't like that. I'm sure you guys do, though. Fixing bridges, building tunnels, expanding underground. More oil than U.S. is producing more oil than any time in history. That's good. So we're tapping our lifeline.
But then why are we
Strengthening
outsourcing all of our oil and closing oil rigs?
Well, that's the whole idea, is that we're not anymore. We're using our own oil and we're not outsourcing it, which is bad.
But how is that possible when we're closing all of the mines and stuff?
Well, we're not. You don't. He's not closing the mines. Come from those little wells where they go like this in Texas.
Yeah.
That's where oil's coming out. They're not closing those. They're closing like factories and coal mines.
And
Oil
fracking
and
as
coal.
well, right?
Yeah, oil and coal is two different things. But that's bad because we're tapping our reserve line, which could last forever. But it's better to outsource it, grab it from somebody else than to take it from our own. It's just smarter. So, yeah, I don't know. He hasn't done bad. I mean, I don't think he's bad.
He hasn't done anything, but okay. He put an X on a piece of paper.
No offense, bro. No offense. Neither is Trump. You got to play the card on both hands, man. Like, neither is Trump. Trump's just fucking signed his name on shit.
But I like him.
Okay, well, you can't be biased.
I'm biased because I like to listen to him talk. Because I have no idea what that man is about to say. And I am glued to the screen. I like that.
I mean, the small amount of president actually has input in those things. I think Trump can have reasonable thoughts, which I wouldn't say Biden can add one and one together. So he's actually not giving any input that is normal or reasonable or logical.
We all don't know what happens behind closed doors, right? We all don't know. Nobody knows.
True.
We're not privy to that.
No.
Trump could have about as much as power as my Jenna RDA does.
True.
Yeah, but I could see Trump fighting back against something that he doesn't like.
Okay.
Well, because he says anything. Like, you can't give him a speech.
How did that work in court?
Not too great.
Right.
But that's because America is against him because of the left.
That's accurate. That is accurate. But you cannot say, look, here, see, people are going to think I'm liberal. You cannot say that the justice system is fucked. You can't, because it's designed to be fair. So if you say that they're wrong, what you've created while you were president, you could have fixed that. You didn't. So it's not wrong. You just didn't like the answer. It's fucked up. Like, pick a side, bro.
It didn't go your way, and now it's wrong all of a sudden.
That's not how it works. It's either wrong or it's right.
That's not how people view it anymore.
Yeah, nobody views it from my view.
Proceedings are from public opinion.
Sure, agree. I agree.
But then it should work across the board, because if you then take Biden and put him in court, it should be the same thing, right?
Sure, and it wouldn't. It's just because of who Trump is. But you cannot come out as a previous president and say that the court system is wrong. Why? Well, because while you were president, you could have fixed that, right? You didn't. So now if you were never president, you were running for president, you might have a good argument. But you were there. And you represent that government that prosecuted you. So you have to accept that answer. Or appeal it. That's law. You can appeal it. Sure, agree. Appeal it.
Wasn't the DA sleeping with one of the witnesses?
I don't know about that.
The district attorney was having sex with one of the people who were actually sitting on the stand talking against Trump, and she had to be removed from the case because she was having sex with him.
Yeah, I heard.
And the thing is, though, correct me if I'm wrong, probably, but during his administration, he put in place some judges, right? Started putting other judges in place, but
he fixed the Supreme Court.
You can't do it with all the judges all at once. And would they have, if he had, so he went to court, would they have given him a judge that he put in there? No, they would have put in a judge that's left leaning. No.
No, that's different. That's the Supreme Court. That's like final rule, law, unprecedented things. Has nothing to do with Trump. Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying that to say that any legal system is corrupt as a previous president, it doesn't look good. That's all I'm saying. State, local, federal, it doesn't look good. You saying you don't believe in the law. Okay. That's all. That's my opinion.
The issue is that nowadays that it's not fair.
He didn't shut the fuck up in Twitter. Right? Let's talk about it. He didn't shut the fuck up in Twitter. Like, shut up. He's not shutting up about this. You got it. You lost. You got a felony. Great. Own it. Embrace it. I'm a felon. Fine. I'll be a convicted felon. You're going to get a lot more people following you that way than you are like, oh, the system's fucked. Focus on what the problem is at hand. Don't focus about your personal problems. You did that in Twitter, and look what happened.
Yeah. Went sour.
This is going to go sour if you keep fucking talking about it. I was wrong about Biden being president, right? No, I was right. Watch. Don't say I didn't fucking tell you so. Keep that up, bro. Biden's going to win. Keep it up.
And then the second part to that is, to all the massive Trump supporters, you also have to ask yourself, are you truly still supporting the person that he is, or are you just supporting him because he's not Biden? Because if you look at everything he's done, and he is truly convicted
I think the
for it.
people that are following Trump like him because of his stubbornness, like what Bree said, his stubbornness, his mouth.
Well, yeah,
he is
I can see that.
Absolutely entertaining. Absolutely. Would I take
But you
DeSantis
have to
over Trump?
acknowledge-
Yes. I want someone that
He is a fan.
you take DeSantis, I'm telling you, from being in Florida, if DeSantis was the president, bro, if he did for this country what he did for Florida, see a whole lot less riots, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but the issue is that the minority has a louder voice than the majority.
That is actually, yep,
and
accurate.
DeSantis is against a lot of the minority stuff.
And minorities
in
are
Florida,
typically,
you
watch us.
cannot legally have a drag show. You can
Right,
be
but-
arrested.
But Bree, if you have someone that is, let's just take an immigrant or someone that is coming here, what happens? Usually passive people, right? They're passive. They try to lay low. They don't, like Mexicans, whatever. They'll cut your grass.
I think
They're
of
not
them as
loud.
violent.
Okay.
Violent criminals.
Okay. That's fine. Whatever. So you have a bunch of violent criminals, whatever. They're passive, right? They don't want someone that's loud and obnoxious. And what is Trump?
Loud and obnoxious.
There you go. That's why they don't vote for Trump. That's it.
Well, he also
I
wants
think they
to
shouldn't
send
be
them
able to
back.
vote at all. They are not.
I
members
also agree with
of
that. I'm not
our
disagreeing
country.
with that. I'm not disagreeing. I agree. I think that they should not be able to vote. Yes.
I
Yes.
think if you don't pay taxes, you shouldn't be able to vote at all.
Weren't you president? So much for the power you have. If you didn't want them to vote, make it a federal law.
The issue is
Ah.
that states started to mandate their own thing.
But that doesn't work for federal voting. That might
Doesn't that
for-
work? Because like some states have legal marijuana, but federally it's illegal.
No. Well, yes, that, but for voting, no, not for president. Mm-mm. And you don't think that Trump gets shady votes either? You think that they're both accurate votes? Really? Wow. Okay. All right. So you think that
If the-
Trump is a 100% straight shooter? These are my votes. Really? Okay.
Well,
All right.
he was
Okay.
honest with his taxes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. I'm just saying, Trump isn't the fucking angel that everybody thinks he is. He better than Biden? Yep. Is he better than Clinton? Yep. Is he better than Obama? Yep. But he's got his flaws. He's got to shut the fuck up about this felon shit. You got to shut up, bro. You got to take it on the chin, embrace it. Yep, I'm a felon. Trump, felon, 2024. Boom. Got it. Done. You embrace it. You win.
If it got
Well,
him
yeah.
money overnight, it got him money and a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of
Oh, no.
support.
That's great.
Notoriety.
And I'm saying it's fresh right now. Cool. Give it a week. Stop. Just
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah, because people's word of mouth talking to each other is stronger than your own voice. So if you just shut up and everyone rallied around you for being bullied by the system, you would get so many more votes.
Absolutely.
Because now
then-
you're the underdog. Like
if you keep it
officially.
up for too long, you're gonna be the crybaby, and
Yes.
Yep, and that's what happened on Twitter. It
Yeah.
happened. People are forgetting what he did on Twitter. It's the same shit that you're doing right now with your felonious shit and going on TV talking about it. Let it go. Like, let it. Whatever, bro.
Yeah, right. Why couldn't he just make his speech? Justice has served, and we have the best justice system in the world. Promote it, and then get off.
Yep. All right, I
That's
was
it.
found guilty. But he wants
Yeah.
to appeal it, and I hope he wins his appeal. If not, then what are you going to do while you're president? You're going to talk about how fucked up the system is, and you really don't think you'll win an appeal as a president?
Wow. Yeah.
I think he shouldn't have been charged in the first place.
Accurate. Agree. Accurate.
But I agree
Sure.
with Jordan. If he were to go like, yeah, I did something wrong. I got a slap on the wrist for it. I got punished for it. Okay, America's still great. Okay.
Yes, put yourself secondary. Promote America. Wow, we still have the best
Yes.
justice system.
Yes.
And promote
Yes.
that and go with that.
It
People
looks
will respect you
good.
more.
Yes,
Yeah.
it looks good. Don't. Oh God, shut the fuck up. Like,
And then you get the people like, look at him. He admitted that he did something wrong. He's taking responsibility for it. He's even though he's a felon now, and oh, that's great of him. And
That's not
then you
Trump,
get
The
That ain't
left
Trump.
would so flip that and be like, "We told you that we were right. Look at him agreeing with us."
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You have the biggest trump card you have now. Is I took full responsibility. I'm paying everything you owe me. I am convicted. We still have the best justice system in place. I believe in it. America #1. Let's go.
That's it. 100% agree.
Yeah, because the left initially completely hates everything America stands for.
But that's
So
the
let
whole
them run that
thing,
train.
Vaughn. That's the whole thing. He does not admit to loss, goes against everything he is. But that's what you need to do, because everything that you were before is what caused you to lose. You have to change lanes, bro. Like, I'm not saying to be a pussy. I'm not saying to be stop being arrogant and loud. No, I'm saying you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. You didn't do that with Twitter, and you're not doing that now. You didn't learn. What happens when you don't learn? Well, you don't win,
you're bound to repeat the same mistakes you made before.
which is what he's doing now.
Mm.
Go ahead, Bree. You're biting your tongue. Go ahead. I know you love Trump.
Oh no, I got nothing.
All right, you want to change the subject, Mama? Hit it. What do you got?
I got nothing.
You're out? We're done?
Yeah.
Shh. Really?
Trump.
Bree doesn't like politics. She doesn't like politics.
Really?
We'll move on.
No, well, because while it is interesting to watch Trump talk, politics mean absolutely nothing to me. Because we are not going to change anything. Our votes don't matter. Nothing matters. Everything is decided from people who have way more money and way more power than us. We're just living in their world.
Yep.
And we are rarely affected by the changes that they make unless it is substantial.
Amen.
So,
No, I agree. I agree.
Leave for
Jay, why don't you
president.
vote? That's why. That's why I don't vote right there, because it doesn't fucking matter what I do.
Well, I
No,
have
it
to do it.
doesn't matter.
Otherwise, I get fined. I have no choice. Oh, wow. It's not a big fine.
No, there's still jail time on it, I think.
No, they're already overcrowded. Where are
No,
you
but
going to go?
officially, I think officially there's still
All right,
jail time.
stop politics.
Actually,
Bree's getting bored. Bree's getting bored. We gotta switch lanes. We'll switch lanes for Bree. What do you want us to talk about?
no,
Transgenders?
don't switch lanes for Brie.
Yeah, because you get bored and you get stressed out and you start blowing vape at the chair. What do you want to talk about? Transgenders?
What?
Tits? What do you want to talk about?
Poops.
Deformed babies?
Ooh.
Ooh,
What?
too many.
What are you saying?
Oh, so I did see something interesting. It
Tell
was
me.
a post. So there's a new book called In My Daddy's Belly. And it's about a transgender male and his husband having a child. And the joke was that if fact checking was legitimate, it would have a false fact check statement on it saying that it is impossible for a biological male to have a child. And that's how you know that fact checking is
In
like
my daddy's
for the
belly.
left. It's called In My Daddy's Belly. I took a screenshot of it.
Oh, I just saw something where some trans was promoting trans women to breastfeed.
These paper clips
Thank you.
has its own job to do. Here are a couple other different kinds. And yet they're all called paper clips. Here. And here's another one. This is a small one that's strong. Each one is fancy. In its own way, just the way each person is fancy in his or her own way. Some are fancy on the outside. Some are fancy on the inside. Yes, sir. Everybody's fancy. Everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine. Boys are boys from the beginning. If you were born a boy, you stay a boy. Girls are girls right from the start. If you were born a girl, you stay a girl and grow up to be a lady. Everybody's fancy. Everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine. Only girls can be the mommies. Only boys can be the daddies. Yes, sir. Everybody's fancy. Everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine. I think you're a special person, and I like your ins and outsides. Everybody's fancy. Everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Cancelled.
10.
I think Mr. Rogers. I think Mr. Rogers kind of nailed it there, huh? It's good.
Who knew that little jingle would be considered provocative now?
He predicted this shit, bro, back in the 80s.
Yeah.
He said, I know what's going to happen. I got you. I want you to play this back in 30 years.
Visionary.
Everybody's fancy.
Yeah, to a certain extent. We've had this discussion millions of times, and you do whatever you want to do. Don't bother me with it. When you get kids involved, I'm out. I'm out. If an adult male or female wants to change, you go right ahead. When you get kids involved, yeah, you can't convince me. I'm out.
I like the thing Jay mentioned last time. Okay, you want to be? Okay, here's the money. Go chop it off.
That's it.
No.
I got an axe in the back.
I think that's why God is not letting me win the lottery, because he knows what kind of games I'm going to play. Like, he's like, look, you want to play God for a little bit. No, I don't. I just want to test people's intuition.
Integrity.
I just want to see, what is your goal? Let's see. Here's the money. Let's get your penis chopped off.
Spent $1 million on operation.
Yeah, so talking about the breastfeeding thing that Matthew brought up, I have been seeing that a lot lately, where men are taking estrogen in order to be able to produce milk, and that they pump their own breasts to make the milk duds start producing. And their argument is that it is equally as nutritious as a woman's breast milk when supplemented with formula. That is not true at all. There is nothing of value in a man's breast milk to help grow a baby.
Wait a
you
minute.
can't.
Hold on now. Wait. I know that men can create milk, right? Just naturally, we can. So, wouldn't the milk that is in there have equal amounts of nutrition than a woman's breast milk?
No.
Why not?
It doesn't. It's almost entirely useless. Because the woman's breast milk is meant to give life.
Probably
and
gets
to
more
give
nutrients. It probably
Yes.
gets more nutrients from your body.
Yeah, like your body metabolizes nutrients and pumps it out through the boob.
Sure,
And
the
most important thing is the first 14 days, because then you get the antigens and the all the special stuff. And I don't think a male has the same thing.
Yes, and after giving birth, for the first 6 months of that baby's life, it needs no injections because the mother's breast milk is giving all the necessary antibodies and everything to the child.
No.
It like you are actually keeping that baby alive with your nipples. Like that is amazing, and a man can't do that.
No, but you could keep me alive with your nipples.
Oh yeah, I can.
Okay, sweet. So the but if then using that argument with the milk, is that how autism starts? Is if a woman is on medication and she's breastfeeding and she's getting all those nutrients and those, I'm assuming, the chemicals, right? You can't take certain things when you're breastfeeding.
No.
Is that how the baby forms its autism?
I don't know.
Autism is in the baby already. That's what I think. It's not like from.
That's not factual though, right? That's your opinion.
You might get a male a baby that's not fed enough or malnutrition in the baby, but I don't think. Well, unless it's very aggressive medications that go to the milk. Yeah.
Okay, is there any nutrition in men's breast milk?
Yes, there is.
I think like
But
it's
a little and yeah, and the volume of milk they can produce is not enough.
Right.
So
yes,
you
it's
have
not enough
to add-
for a baby.
Yeah.
They need to eat like constantly.
Huh. It's fascinating.
Because they don't have the same. They have the same basic anatomy in the breast area, but not in the right proportion. So women have more of the cells that produce the milk.
So it has to. I hate to interrupt you, but it has to be rare, right? You heard about the trans man having a baby. Like I've never seen this shit in real life. I've never seen a trans person walking around being pregnant.
Because we don't live in New York or California. That's where they are.
That
Good point.
that could also be fair.
I don't think there's any pregnant transgenders in like Tallahassee or in Texas. You know, like they just do not exist there.
It's more cities and like
That-
California probably.
Okay, but if you're using that would mean that environment plays a huge role in you developing this.
Environment plays a huge role in child development.
No, I'm
Like,
saying
where
in the
they live?
trans people thing, because nobody just realizes in the middle of Texas, I'm trans, I'm moving to New York or California.
Nope.
If percentage-wise they don't exist over there, that means environment plays a huge role in you believing that you're now either man that wants to go to a female or reverse, female to man. If it
No.
doesn't
It does.
exist in certain
But if you're in a state, Jordan, that isn't woke, that isn't open to that kind of thing, you're
Yeah.
more likely to go to another state that is more open and where you're not scolded or laughed
Yeah,
at or
Okay, but you're not telling me that a lot. You're talking about if the numbers keep rising, then everyone is leaving their house and moving around to a woke state just to transition there. That doesn't work. I don't think.
Yeah, the problem is that where they live now, they're special. And once they move to California, they're not special anymore. So now they have to be men who have babies. Like, to be special. That's a problem.
Why is this even a thing? I mean,
Yeah, it's a weird conversation to have, but even over here, you don't see it as much.
I don't think we should be letting these people transition at all. I think that
the
it is
solution is
so bad.
So you're against it across the board.
I think that if you want to manipulate your body, you can. You know, that's your body. You're going to have to deal with that. Just like getting a ridiculous tattoo on your forehead. But pushing those values onto our children and onto other people every single day to bow down to what you specifically believe in is a little bit contradictive.
yeah, it's kind of screwed up when they start doing it to 8-year-olds. That's. I mean,
yes. And when you were a child, it is natural to want to look at girl stuff or to want to look at boy stuff. It is normal. It is in the process of development. It's in baby books that they're interested in other things because they want to see what it is. It doesn't mean that they want to be a dude. They just want to play with a skateboard. You know, it doesn't mean chop off their boobies and give them a willy. It's crazy.
See, but that's the parents nowadays, right?
And
That's
not
the
be
parents.
into other women.
But that's the parents now that are usually at fault because, oh, my 8-year-old kid, he's a boy, but he wanted to play with a doll for a week. Oh, let's get him to a psychiatrist and let's get him on hormone blockers and we can give him titties. No.
That's what they would have done to my brother. My little brother, I used to dress him up as like a little girl sometimes because I would give him my outfits and I would tell him that he was like a superhero, but meanwhile he's dressed up in like my tutu for dance.
This is how it starts.
He was playing with one of my dolls, and this doll was a little boy, and his name was Baby Jeffrey. And my dad came over, and because my dad didn't have full custody of us, he only had a couple days a week. He sees my brother playing with Baby Jeffrey. He takes it away. I never saw the doll again. I think my dad threw it in the garbage.
Burned it.
Yep.
So in this case, it wasn't the parents; it was Brie that was pushing the
My
the
mom
kid.
was really into it too, man. My mom would put like tiaras and stuff. I think that's why he's like messed up now. Like,
yeah, because he is half a fag. He's 100% half a fag.
Like men who are raised by single mothers just turn out different. You know, they do.
They turn out soft, yeah.
They're very.
There's
very
got to be some examples of some men that made it that are tough that are raised by a single woman. There has to be.
If they're raised by a manly tough single woman.
By a single woman.
Right, but then that breaks up the monotonous of it. Then you can't just say that is. Well, I guess if a majority of them turn out that way, then you can use that argument.
That's what we're seeing now.
Yeah, those poor kids. They're not going to get married until they're like 35 because women will not appreciate your sincerity until they're old enough to realize that other men don't have that.
If even.
Yes.
That's what I said yesterday.
Women don't want to be treated nice. They want to be like, you know, that's what they like.
That's what I said yesterday, Brie. They always go like, oh, men don't listen. Oh, men don't listen. Yes, they listen. And now this is the result of men listening to women, being more female, being softer, being whatever. Well, you get what you asked. Now it's not good anymore. The women don't like it either. But yeah, well.
It's because women don't know what they want. We have no idea.
What do you mean?
Know? Like, if you ask a woman what she wants, she doesn't know. You can give her what she needs, but she doesn't know what she wants.
In what regard? Like material?
Anything. Food, clothes, companionship. She has no idea. Because if you give her exactly what she asked for, she will not be happy still.
Nope. Just,
Yeah, because
So
then
she
she's
has
gonna want
no
you to
idea.
go an extra mile. No, there's some truth in that. There's some
Yeah,
truth
like,
where you ask a
you
woman
took me
what's
to the nail
wrong.
salon last week. This week, I want you to come in and get a pedicure. This week, I want you to come in and get a facial. Like, it's just gonna escalate.
And then when you
gotta
ask a
nip that in
woman
the
what's
bud.
wrong, she says she's fine. That means that she's not good. So stop saying you're fucking fine, right? Like
But
that
let's
is
say-
accurate. That is 100% accurate. Go ahead, Maddie.
Let's say, for argument's sake, that tomorrow, by some magical thing, all men on the entire planet are all at least are a 6'1". They have a six-pack. They make 500K a year. They look good. They go to the gym. They're driven. All men meet the standards that modern day women have. What do you think is going to happen? They're going to up their standards, find something to complain about with these men that now have the standards they want, and they're going to
Again-
raise the bar and raise the standards.
But you base this off of just mere videos online. I'm telling you, while I'm 6'1", I don't have a six-pack. I could go buy you one from the liquor store, and I don't make $500,000 a year. Yeah, not even close to
A
it.
month.
But regardless, but I still think I could sling chicks. I don't think.
Oh,
That
yeah.
that's just that. You'll see in Wildwood, bro. You'll see the videos. I don't fuck around. I don't think that that's accurate. I think that's just internet fad.
But women's standards have gotten higher, and women's standards for themselves have dropped significantly.
Because of men, though.
I don't know, man. I feel like women just realize that they could be lazy and still get a husband. Like, they don't have to wear heels.
It's
they don't
easier
have to
for
wear
a
clothes.
woman to find a man than it is for a man to find a woman. That is
Yeah, I think they finally figured that out, and now
That
we're
is
like in
accurate.
trouble.
What was the thing, Brie? Do you know? It's like modern day women are 5 times less. They give 5 times less or have 5 times less worth than your grandmother did.
Because grandmas can make cookies.
No, but because they did, yeah, they did support their husband. They did the house, the children, the whatever. So it's like I don't know what the exact wordage is, but they're worth 5 times less than your grandmother was.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because
And-
women don't want to have all those responsibilities anymore, but they still want the recognition.
Yeah.
Do you have this problem with sniffles, Jordan?
In what regard, sir?
In any of the regard of what Bria said?
No.
That she doesn't know what she wants, that she doesn't...
Oh, yeah. That's why, I would say 99%, I make the decisions. But that's also the role we're assigned to. I think that's what we should do. There's
Do you
no
think that's
question about it.
American women that the problem is, not women all around?
I would say not American. I would say Western women.
Western, what do you consider Western? I mean,
Well,
Western
Western
to you is
society.
UK.
I would say most of Europe and most of America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go to places like the Philippines, Thailand, that's a completely
Well, that's
different
also
ballgame.
changing, man. That's also changing because now they realize that those passport bros exist, and they just jump to a different country, stay married for a year, and take half of the.
See, but that's
Passport.
that's the difference. You're supposed to go over there and stay there because then they keep the same mindset. If you get a bride from over there, you get them over here.
That's
They're
pretty
gonna
accurate.
talk to other women, and she's gonna be
Okay,
screwed
yeah.
up as well
Yeah,
because
that's-
they're
That's
gonna
why
come
I don't
here
talk
with
to
bad
other
advice.
women. Because they mess with your mind.
And they will give you willingly, knowingly give you bad advice to make
They
themselves
will.
feel
Women
better
are terrible people.
Yeah.
They will.
I just
watch
wanna
your
put
life
this out there
show
for anybody-
fun.
I just want to put this out there. That is my wife in the corner. I just want to I did not put any of this shit in her head. I really don't want anybody to think that this is like taught or coached or anything. This is just Bree's mindset. So
But
what
it's
your argument
interesting.
is, so if Sniffles was to come here with Jorn when they finally come, if she starts associating with like the neighbors and shit, you think she'll be more Americanized?
She will socialize. That's a good one. No.
Yeah, I don't think she'll leave her house either.
No,
Likes to draw.
no.
Now she'll have a
She's-
bigger drawing room. Good luck.
Yeah.
See, it's
That's
like
it.
men. When we have a problem, we'll fight, and then when we're done,
Okay.
we'll drink. We're done. We're good. Women will fight and hold their anger forever. Just forget
Years.
it. Yeah, just there's no way you're getting through to that. That's over.
I've said this before. In the bar, two dudes fighting, they duke it out.
Mm.
Yep.
15 minutes later, they're next to each other at the tap and
Shake
they're
each other's
drinking
hand.
a beer
Yeah.
together. Two women, you have to put one of them outside and ban them for the rest of the night because they will keep going at each other and looking at
Like
each other
that.
and then try to get the male friends to go over there and start some ruckus. That's not possible. You have to put one of them outside. You're done.
But it
Go home.
is interesting because Sniffles, now that you pointed it out, she also doesn't have any female friends. Not at all. Not a single
It
one.
keeps. Yeah, it's good. It's good for women.
Oh,
to
I know
not
it's good.
have friends because it keeps them the same as they were when they met you. Having outside influence will destroy a marriage.
Mm. I agree. Oh, and I want to react on the Bethany thing. That's also something I do not believe in. The vast majority of my friends are male. They're not your friends. They're waiting for a way in.
You dug your
That's what
bones.
Jake told me.
that's
I was
just-
like, no way. What do you mean? And he was like, no. Other guys that are nice to you are nice to you because they like you as a person. They're nice to you because they're waiting for the opportunity to get into your vagina. I was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, even when they hold the door open for you at a store, they're not doing it out of chivalry. They're doing it because they want to see your butt. They want to see the back of you, and they can do it longer if they hold the door open. And I was like, what is happening?
I've done it multiple times. I've never done that for that reason. Honest to God. That's just me trying to be nice.
Oh, I do it to look at the rest
Now
of
I'm
the pussy.
doing it. Now I'm doing it. I never thought of it. It's like, yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, but most, and the funny part is, like, a man can automatically spot another dude that is doing that, and it's,
Oh, yeah.
it seems to be much harder for women to
Here's
see
a way
that
to test
somehow.
it as a woman.
Dave
Here's a way
does
to-
that all the time. He's like, he's looking at your tits. And I'm like, what? And he's like, he's looking
Yeah.
directly at your tits. Like, I'm looking at him looking at your breasts right now. And I'm like, which guy? And he's like, that guy right there looking at your tits.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me, but I'll tell you what, a good way to test whether or not they're your friends is change in front of them and see what happens.
What do you
See
mean?
if they continue watching TV or if they look at your body. And if they look at your body, they want to fuck you.
Or that
They
or
could
that
also
guy
just
you
be
have on
curious.
No, they're not
that guy
curious.
that's on the friend list, and you have him stand by for oh, that's just a friend. He's on the friend list. Just text him. You want to hang out? You want to do something?
Mm-hmm.
You want to knock the boots? Willing
Oh,
to
yeah.
bet? He says yes.
Oh, yeah. If you just open up your legs and you're eating popcorn with your vagina out while watching Forrest Gump, I bet you he Forrest humps you.
Forrest humps you.
I bet you he does.
What?
If you just have a vagina out in front of any dude at any given time,
Oh, like all the way out? Like,
yeah, it's just not
can
even all the way.
breathe?
Well, don't spread your legs now. I'm just saying, if it's just out, he's gonna be like, "What's up? What's going on? You want to help me out?" I bet you he says yes.
I'm even willing to bet that a lot of women that think they have a gay male friend, some of them aren't even really gay.
No, get out of here. Get out of here. I mean, I don't know about that, but you can kind of tell a gay guy once he opens his mouth and just says super. Hey, Bree asked me to try something. I want to see if you guys can do it.
Oh.
Try to make yourself sound like you did 15 years ago with your voice, how you spoke.
Oh, it's
It's a
easy.
lower.
It's easy. Show me. Let me hear.
I sound the same as I sounded 15 years ago. I'm old
Fine.
enough.
Sound the way you did when you were 18 years old.
maybe a little less bass, but I had it very
Show
early.
me.
So.
Do a little bit less bass in your voice without sounding gay.
Without, you're asking a lot.
Hey Jay, that's weird.
Can't do it, can you?
No.
I don't think anybody can do it.
It is kind of difficult to not sound gay when you're Jesus.
Yeah, it's not that easy, bro. You can't do it.
Oh, why do you automatically sound gay if you try to do it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know. Just because it's I don't think you can. Like, even if I do it like this, I sound gay.
You sound gay.
I can't do it. Can you try it, Jordan?
Hi, Jay. Hi, Bree.
Oh my, he can do it.
Hi, Matthew. Yeah, it still sounds gay. It still sounds gay as hell.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't think we could do it. Like, where you try to bring down the bass of your voice without. No, there's no way.
No.
It's because it's not natural to your vocal cords or anything either, right? So you try to do it in a
Maybe a singer
another
could do
way.
it.
Well-trained voice actor or a singer,
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But right off the jump,
But he's not talking.
No, I'm saying he could talk and do it. Like, bring his voice
I
down.
don't think so. That you're using your voice differently when you sing. I think he could do it when he's singing, obviously, but if he can just capture that when he's having a normal conversation, that's going to be more difficult.
What about you,
think
Bree?
it's
Can you
gonna-
sound like how you did 10 years ago? I remember your voice from 10 years ago.
I don't know.
Are you comfortable down there? You look a little stiff. You all right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think I just used to talk a lot faster.
Faster.
Well, to the point where it annoyed people. So I had to change.
Not exactly slow now.
more
I had
molasses
to
in it.
talk less and say less words.
Sing us a song, Bree.
What?
Sing a song.
What? I don't know.
Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling Clement. She's tired.
But you're putting her to
Oh my
sleep.
darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine. You were lost and gone forever, dreadful sorrow, Clementine.
Nice.
Oh, look, that is
Nice.
something special. I haven't seen you do it on such a pretty voice. Such a pretty voice. It's the waste of talent. Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like to
That
be
was-
wasted.
Okay.
Nice.
Good.
Good. Yeah, that was
Okay.
All right, so we have no more topics. That's it. We're done. We have no more topics. We're out.
I don't know.
No.
Matthew had a whole bunch of videos lined up.
Did he? Where'd he put them?
Yeah, like a lot of videos.
I sent them into WhatsApp and sent them to Bree as well, so she has them.
Good videos?
I don't know what is by your standards, probably not as good as. There's some doozies in there, yeah.
Where'd you send it? You said in
WhatsApp.
what's a good one, Bree? Send me a good one.
I can't click them.
Well, this is a good one.
A lot of them are for
I
so
got you.
the way my phone is set up is it's set up to not be distracted. So if I click a link and it brings me to say Instagram,
you.
a message pops up saying that you should not be
Right.
using Instagram.
I got you. There you go.
Okay.
So bad, but my boyfriend just wants a monogamous relationship. It's 2024. Expecting to be with one person for your entire life is like unreasonable. I'm a young 18-year-old Latina. I'm trying to get my face blasted by multiple men. Like, I haven't even had a quickie in a bathroom stall. I have so much to live for. And you're telling me that I have to stay with this one guy because I love him so much. But there's literally guys out there with 13-inch meats waiting to destroy me. It would just be so unfortunate if I were to go my whole entire life without getting piped by at least 100 different people, just to see who I like the most.
That's all right, my friend.
Good Lord. She needs to go to church.
Right.
You know that's fake, right? Like you know that's fake. You thought that was real, Brie? Yeah, that's fake.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's fake. It's 100%.
I thought it was real.
No. Anybody else thought it was real here?
The fact that people could think that it was real says enough about society as a whole, no?
Yes.
And you, for a split second, could think, yeah. That sounds like an 18-year-old right now.
I love the little comment on the side. Did you see it? A condom
No.
could have prevented this post.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's good. That's good. That's good.
They're all kind of. You're a problem. I think that's a good one as well.
Oh, this is a good one. I like the title of it. Let's see. Are we?
Ooh. Good job, Maddie.
After you die, your brain continues to work for more than 10 minutes. Despite having a functionally dead heart, your brain will continue to work. In fact, it might be the last part of your body to die. When doctors turned off life support for terminal patients declared clinically dead, the brain appeared to be active for more than 10 minutes. And when they scanned electroencephalographic, EEG recordings in these individuals, they found striking differences between each one of them. This probably means that every one of us will go through a unique experience when we die. Moments before death, your brain receives a surge of electricity. No one knows why it happens. Even after your breathing and heartbeat stop, you are still conscious for about 2 to 20 seconds. This is because the cerebral cortex can last without oxygen. This part of the brain is responsible for thinking and decision-making. It's also responsible for converting the information gathered by our senses into actions. After you die, your brain continues.
Well, that's creepy.
This goes back to my original philosophy: is what if we died and we're just this is that 10 minutes.
I think we're all dead.
Because it could alter your perception of time. Yeah.
Because time is relative, right? It's you have no idea the length of what 10 minutes really is. That could be 30 years.
Sometimes you could have years-long dreams, and dreams
what
are
I'm
only,
saying.
what, 60 seconds in reality?
Yeah.
You're
That's
onto
crazy,
something.
though. What if that electrical stimuli is, like, to try to save you? Like, you have this extra oomph to try to save yourself right now. Go. And if you can't do it, you can't do it.
Or, yeah. Or it could be the last, well, then we're going more to the...
Almost every house in America was occupied by a husband, a wife, and children. Even here in California, where I live, 75% of the houses in my neighborhood here in Southern California were occupied by a husband and a wife and children. It was just normative. Today, it's something like 43%. It's not even a majority. It's not even normative. Marriage has been abandoned, and we see the fruits of that abandon in the incredible spike in depression, suicide, drug use. We often talk about these things like they need political solutions, but they didn't arise out of political problems. They arose out of family problems and abandonment of marriage. So Christians must, for God's sake and for people's sake, study marriage, love marriage, practice marriage. Very important for our society.
No.
I have to agree on looks alone.
Is it just me or does that look like a 20-year younger Matthew?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I said I have to agree on looks alone. So
Yeah,
You
like
look good with
Jesus.
a gold chain, man. You look really good with a
bro.
gold chain.
Fucking Matthew.
Yeah, if we're looking, you guys have the same exact style of beard right now too.
And his eyes and nose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aw,
but
young
this
Matty.
guy still has a little bit of twinkle in his eyes, and Matthew, that's
Yeah, he's also has brown hair on the top.
not that hopeful. It doesn't sound that hopeful. So could be.
Oh, that's taking forever to load. Oh. Okay. That one's no good.
For the marriage and children thing, I think that they aren't
We're a
synonymous.
bunch of weak, victim-minded people that blame.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Mama?
I think marriage and children are not synonymous with each other anymore. Like when I was young, I was told you are to get married, and then you are to have a house, and then you are to have babies. Like that is the order that you do things. And nowadays, people are just getting pregnant, people aren't getting married, people aren't buying houses. So it's destructing the whole social norm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at Jordan. Jordan got married just for
Taxes.
companionship.
well, companionship.
Bunch of weak, victim-minded people that blame this white man for everything, and we get free education. Our ancestors couldn't read or write. They was very uneducated. They was miseducated. How did they do better than us? My mama don't have a high school diploma. How can that woman raise me to be so smart and educated, and she was uneducated? She made sure I read books. When I come home from work, y'all better have that homework laid out. And if I get her to home tonight at 3 in the morning, you ain't got that homework laid out, if that soap ain't wet, I'm waking y'all ass up. You go do that homework and you go bathe. That woman made sure we went to school and paid attention with her miseducated, uneducated ass. But this woman made it out of poverty, and we was walking on marble floors, nigga. And she a teenage mother. Mama on dope, granddaddy abandoned her. How? Couldn't read. How that learn how to read? And you niggas got all the excuses in the world. Have you ever seen a nigga hung from a tree? Nah, what excuse you got, my nigga? Mothers and them became whores. Daddies and them became weak niggas who didn't value education. White boy didn't have nothing to do with that. Your mama's determination, the white boy ain't got nothing to do with that. My mama had a determination to make it out. When I ran from the police and my cousin got caught, my mama went down to that boy's home and said, where Charleston at? I know he was with you. My mama didn't cover for me. When it was time for them white folks to release me, my mama said, no, hell no, that boy come home now, he gonna be back in trouble. God damn, mama, I can come home. Keep him some more. I stayed 3 more years, nigga. We used to be honorable people, nigga, that had a value system.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
And you can hardly
That's some
say that.
tough love.
Yeah, that's not racist talk because of the person saying it.
Right.
All right. Agree.
Yep.
All right, ladies. The men have decided if you can't beat them, join them. So drizzle, drizzle to your sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? At the end of the day, you told men that they were toxic just for being men. You told men that strength and macho behavior and all the rest of the things that come along with being a man, those things are all bad. Put them away. Okay. They said no problem. They have no problem being in their soft guy era. So I hope you're not concerned about who's going to be taking out the trash, because guys have decided you, princess, you get to take out the trash. And while we're talking about royalty, I hope you're not wanting to be a passenger princess, because these guys, they want that treatment too. Fair is fair, right? Anything you can do, they can do. All right, well, they've decided to match your sass, and now they're embracing it. So I hope that you get everything that you wanted, because ladies, y'all have created some monsters, okay? So buckle up and enjoy the ride. I don't think it's ending anytime soon.
Interesting.
Yeah, so men were hated because they were like whistling at women, like construction workers. And now women are complaining that they don't get catcalled.
Yeah, don't get attention anymore.
Yes.
See, I still look at women and I walk around my wife. I don't care. I'll check a woman out head to toe. I'll even, we've been driving somewhere, and if there's like a woman walking across the street as I'm driving straight, I'll rubberneck it. I don't care. I'm going home. I'm going home to my wife, and I'll think of her while I stick my dick in her butt. That's what I do.
Nice.
It's just, what do you want me to do? You want me to lie? That's what I do. And
no, but they're talking about recent more.
No, I know
younger
what you're
men.
saying. I'm just saying.
I don't think we're the same generation that does that.
What is this? Nope. Bro, what did you send me?
Not Selena Gomez. That's a fact.
We all know you're a big fan.
That I don't know how to explain at all. Either the government is building something insane, or this is aliens.
What is it?
You know Google Earth, right?
Yeah.
Do you have Google Earth on your phone?
Probably not, but I'm probably just gonna Google them.
Okay, well, I will do it on my phone real quick.
You have Google Earth on your phone?
Yes. I'll punch in these coordinates on my phone myself, and what I see is so wild, Mike. Pretty much, bro, when you punch in these coordinates on Google Earth, it will take you to this random part of the Earth that's like a barren wasteland. For miles, there's nothing. No town, no whatever. And the only way I can explain this thing is it looks like a portal or something, dude. Don't know how to explain this. I don't know what this looks like, Mike. That's the best way I can describe it. All around it, for miles, are hella tanks defending it. I swear to God. For miles, dude, the hella tanks spread out. You can't even get close to it.
And this
how
is
many
real.
tanks? And this is real.
What the
I'll show you right now.
Let me see.
All right, first, I just pasted this okay? Look, it's in there.
Yep.
What the is this?
Let me see.
And then zoom and look around all over the desert.
What the is this?
Mike.
It's like a Death Star.
Go around the whole desert.
Oh, no, there actually is like tanks.
Keep going.
They're hella spread out.
Hella of them.
What the
hella of them.
But dude, what is that black? And there's like something like looking across from it that like mirrors it too. What is this? Let me zoom out. But that's in America. Bro, that's in California. Bro, there's for sure hundreds of tanks.
Dude.
All around though.
And you see how they're all pointing away from it.
Yeah, they're low-key blending in.
Bruh, Mike.
Dude, there's hell of them.
I can't stand the way that they're talking with that word hella with California people.
Yeah.
That shit just irritates the shit out of me. It sounds so uneducated. What I don't get what we're looking at is
there's a portal.
It is there because I looked it up.
What is it?
I don't know. Is it somewhere? And the weird part is,
give me the coordinates. What's the coordinates of this?
Wait, I'll put them in.
Can I just say something before you?
I found your
go
coordinates.
look it up? Oh, okay. This is Google Maps, right? You really think if this is slightly true, they would actually put it in so everyone can find it?
It is there, and
Okay.
there are tanks.
Well,
Yeah,
because
but-
Area 51 is blurred out. You can't see Area 51.
So there's a lot of Reddit threads about this. I'll post this in here for you, Bree, so you could, because I know how you get. So I'll post this for you for later. But I don't think I have Google Earth on this.
I do.
Here we go. So here's your coordinates. Okay, so that's supposed to be the coordinates.
Oh, they removed it.
I think we're too zoomed in. Yeah, like that. There it is.
there it
Oh my gosh.
And if you look around, there are actually tanks around it.
What?
Is it a testing ground or whatever? But it does look weird.
There's a tractor, a truck, a boat.
I mean, if you look in the desert, you can spot tanks.
Where do we see the tanks?
Yeah, it's you kind of have to. What isn't that?
Oh, I
one.
see some.
Yeah, there's one.
Huh?
There's one.
Go to the left. There's another one. Oh, there's another one. Oh my gosh, why is there so many tanks? There's like a lot.
And this is in California, right?
Yep.
Oh, then I can explain the black hole. It's probably sucking in every rational thought in a radius.
What's that?
See, when you see the green first, I was like, oh, those are probably like water cleaning or filtration things. But then the other colors don't match up. So
What the fuck is that, bro?
I don't know. That's the big question. What is it, and why are all those tanks around?
Yeah, what's that structure in front of it? It looks. Oh, is that stars?
Stargate.
It looks like a Stargate.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and look at that weird pile of sand across from it.
And the
It's
black,
like
the black outer rim. If it were just a body of water, it wouldn't have that, and not that shape, that black outer rim, right?
Can you go back in time? Like how you can on Google Maps?
And it is big because you can use the measuring tool. So it's not a small pond or anything. It's big.
What the fuck is that, bro? And why is there a square around it? So it looks like there used to be an airstrip or something here.
And then it got sucked in.
Oh, that's right. You can tilt, so you can see a more sideways look at it, a view of it.
Oh, that's smart. See if it goes down into the earth. Wow. Look at us zoom in. Whoa.
So weird.
It's definitely a depression.
Maybe it's a lake, like see the algae or something, or maybe it's that's algae, isn't it?
I don't know. What is that?
I don't know.
Man-made.
It's a little too lime green.
It's perfectly circle, so it has to be man-made, right? And
Yep.
then there's a black border. I think it's a pool or some shit, or like a. My mind says that that's a pool or a dump or I feel like that's regular water. It's just got black. Because look at the black border, right? I think that this is the lining of whatever that is, and then this is the algae. What color is this?
Lime green.
That's yeah.
Like neon.
It's not just like I said. It's not a pond. If you look at the cars or you use the measuring tool that's in there and you measure it, it's pretty big, pretty large.
How many meters are in a foot, or how many feet
3.
are in a? No, it's a yard.
Darn.
What's it? 5?
3.2. 1 meter is 3.2 feet.
Convert 350 meters to feet.
1,148.
It's not that big. It's like 3 of my garages back to back. It's not that big.
It's a portal to the space.
I don't know what that is, bro. I don't know. It is weird, whatever that is.
I made.
I mean, can't
What
you
is it
just look
pointing
up?
toward?
Yeah, can't you just look at where was that town at? There's a town up here or a racetrack. Where'd it go? There it is. Brown or Brady's Indian Wells in Yokern Airport. In Yokern Airport. In Yokern Airport. Indian Wells Valley. Yeah, it's a well, bro. It's a well. It's just a fucking huge one. I don't even know where it went. Over there. Indian Wells, Ridgecrest, Skytop.
A weird shape for a well, though.
Oh, it's man-made.
Yeah, I think it's just a well. Just a weird. I don't know why there's tanks around it though. I got nothing for that.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of with all the tanks is it a training ground or testing ground for tanks
There's no
or
military
something?
bases. There's no military bases around it.
So but that's the weird part. What are the tanks doing there? And they're all pointing away from that thing, not pointing at it.
I don't even know where it went. It like vanished. I don't know where it went. But I don't know. That's
crazy.
I can get oh, it's a well or whatever, but explain away the tanks.
so it's in Nevada? Las Vegas. How the hell are we looking at this map? Las Vegas. Is it California? Yeah, it's California. Well, there's Edwards Air Force Base. And it was over here. So that's something to do with the... There's Fort Irwin right there. Oh, no, that's not a base. Is it? Yes, it is. It's National Training Center, bro. Jesus Christ. That was stupid. I feel like a fucking idiot now. That's where NTC is.
What does that mean?
It's National Training Center. It's where you go as an E4 and E5 to learn how to survive in combat. And do
So it is a tank training ground.
Yeah, I don't know what that hole is, though. I went to NTC. I don't remember that hole. I don't know what that hole is, but clearly it's man-made, and the tanks are NTC. Yeah, I never saw a fucking hole in the ground. That's got to be something new. And those tanks, when you go to NTC, there's like abandoned tanks that you use to like fire rounds at, and you know how to. You're just basically training for combat. That's all that it is.
Okay. No. Well, it's been it's.
Have you guys seen that portal shit? Is that like fake?
What? Portal shit?
Where the people in New York can see Dublin in a portal?
Oh yeah.
That?
Oh
that
yeah,
real?
but that's
thing.
yeah, but that's
An
just
OnlyFans
video
model
camera.
showed her tits.
Yeah.
Oh, so that. Wait for so it's real? The portal thing?
It was real, and
that's
then
the
we
screen.
destroyed it.
Yeah, that's the screen and video cameras. And then, like Bree said, people started flashing and showing their ass and puking on it and whatever. And then they had to make it so there was a delay and they can filter it out and whatever.
So is it still there now?
Yeah,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
not what it was, and I don't think it's on.
They shut it down,
So
right?
wait, you can see different parts of the world through a portal?
Just
No,
Dublin.
just one place in Dublin.
Why do that? What's the purpose? Just to see?
Bridge the world.
Yeah, to connect people.
Yeah, so people from Dublin started showing videos of the 9/11 attacks on their phones at the thing. And then
Why?
people in the United States to be mean to us, and then we were making fun of them and yelling at them, and then a homeless lady from Dublin put her butt up against the screen.
Nice.
And then in the United States, an OnlyFans model showed off her titties and gave
I
her
saw the
tag.
video of the chick jiggling her boobs, but the reaction
You gotta
for what she was doing versus what they were doing didn't make any sense. Like they were all smiling and pointing at things, like almost they don't see what you think they see.
I think there's a delay in it, and they kind of did it to filter out some stuff. I don't know. But it goes to show that you cannot give people something like that because they will abuse it or they will be nasty. That's
can't
an
have anything
analogy.
nice.
Yeah, that's an analogy for the internet, right? You
It
give
was
them
supposed
something
to be wholesome.
communicate. Yeah.
You can't expect
just-
that. I can't believe they were showing us 9/11 videos. That's weird.
Well, because it was in New York.
No, I get it, but like, why be vindictive like that? It's corny.
Yeah,
To
it
be
was
special.
bad.
To be special, to be.
It was
Like I
supposed to
said.
be like a view into another major city. Like, how
Yeah.
do they look? What do their town look like? Like, but that's
No,
not
I
what
get
happened.
it. I just think it's corny.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
the
started
whole people
off
waiting for each
really
other.
good. Like the first 2 hours, all wholesome, all postable content. People waving at each other, saying hi. Someone whose mother lives there went up to the screen and was able to see her mom, and it was kind of like they were in like the same place.
That's cool.
And then it all turned to garbage that same night.
So it really is representative of the internet. Look, it starts out nice. You can communicate with everyone around the world, and then it went to hate and porn, like in a split of a second.
You said a homeless lady stuck her asshole on the camera?
On the Dublin side, that wasn't an American.
That's
it was
kind
a
of
Dublin.
cool. That is kind of cool. I would like to see that. That's. I'm not worried about the jiggly boobs. I can see those anytime. I want to see the homeless.
A dirty Dublin butthole.
Oh, say it to yourself. Just saying that just sounds like it's an exquisite dessert.
Dirty Dublin.
I'll take a dirty Dublin.
It sounds like a cocktail.
It does. It does like with whipped cream, but maybe some messy chocolate on it. A dirty Dublin.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Like a mudslide, but minus
Very
the
bitter.
Mudslide.